Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. I was about to say, welcome back to another episode of the single season show. I forgot where I was for a second. Welcome back to Align with Alison's page. I am Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find and be found by the partners that they deserve. So, let me give you guys a quick rundown if you are new to my page, just to let you know that who you're listening to is somebody who's worthy of listening to, okay? I have a bachelor's degree in education. I have a master's degree in counseling. I have a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. I have over 150 testimonials from women who are in loving, committed relationships, loving, committed engagements, or have walked down the aisle who are happily married with three of them having their first child. It happens to be all baby boys, which is beautiful, after working with me in a coaching program. What is the coaching program? The Partner You Deserve. The Partner You Deserve is a 6-month coaching program that I host where I work with women to teach them discernment, building the muscle of discernment so that they can figure out if someone is an appropriate match for them. I also teach them how to navigate dating successfully, both online and offline, specifically which dating apps they should be on. We co-create their dating profile so they're attracting the right mates and repelling the wrong ones. I give them specific events they should be attending, as well as teach them how to find events so that they're positioning themselves to meet like-minded people. And then the last part of it's 6 months, but the first 8 weeks, the last part of the 8 weeks is learning how to build a healthy relationship moving forward, okay? And then after the 8 weeks, I offer 4 months of support. So I want you to think about if you took a college course, you take the class, you learn the material, and then you have like office hours with the professor. I'm the professor. For 4 months, you have my direct real cell phone number for you to text me 24/7, no blackout dates. I'm working Christmas, I'm working Mother's Day, I'm working my birthday. You text me with any questions or concerns you have for 24/7, not 365, but for 4 months, all right? That's the 6-month program. I'm sorry that I'm late. The reason why I'm late is because I was on a session with a client who chose to do one-on-one. I do both group and one-on-one. A significant investment, but she wanted all of the attention. She wanted all of the assistance, and she didn't want to share me. I respect it. And I was finishing up with her. We did our 7th week session, 7 out of 8 weeks, and then the 4 months of support. And she has already met a gentleman. She's actually circling the block, a gentleman she didn't date before, but she knew. And she's dating him, and things are going well. She's a little nervous pervert that things are going to fall apart. So I had to talk her through that, coach her through that. But that is why I'm late, because I was working with one of my one-to-one clients. I get results, beautiful people. If you don't know, now you know. So why are we here today? We are here today because every week I do a live Q&A, usually Wednesday at 6 p.m. But as I said, my one-to-one client wanted to meet at 6. And so guess what? I love y'all, but she trumps y'all any day of the week, all right? So I had to work with her, which made me push back the Q&A to 7. And then I'm late because we were working through some things, okay? But she feels good, she feels better, and we're going to continue to do said work. Did it expire? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, here we go. So how does this work? Every Wednesday, usually at 6, this week is 7. I post this gray story with the red, with the hair flowing and the smile. I post this story and there's a question queue at the bottom. You drop your question inside of the question box. You have to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, that means I need too much context in order to answer your question, which means it wouldn't be appropriate for me to answer it here. I try to answer every question under 90 seconds. And so if I need all of that, that means you need to book a session. You can click the link in my bio. It is $149 for 30 minutes. Or you can join me in the Future Wives Club where we do Thursday Q&A, and you can put all the details you want in that queue, and then I can answer that. That is $62 a month. You can cancel anytime. All right, beautiful people. So let us go ahead and get into the questions of the week. Question number 1. Should it take longer for commitment in a long distance relationship? Should it take longer for commitment in a long distance relationship? So let me tell you this. I just want to be very particular about the language that I use. So number 1, If you are not committed yet, you are not in a relationship, right? So when I use the word dating, I use the word dating as you are collecting dating. You are collecting data by spending quality time with someone that you have a romantic interest in. That is dating, okay? A relationship is when you are exclusively seeing someone. A monogamous relationship is when you are exclusively seeing only one person. You're romantically involved with only one person. You are not spending any romantic time with anyone else. You are exclusively seeing this person. So if you're asking, should it take longer for commitment in a long distance relationship? You're not in a relationship by the definition that I use if you are not already committed. Y'all with me so far? Okay. So now let's change your wording a little bit, and I hope that I still address your concern. Should it take longer for commitment in a long distance dating scenario, right? So you're dating someone long distance. Should it take longer to commit? Yes, it takes longer, which is why I am not a proponent of long distance dating. Long distance relationships are doable. We could make it work, meaning we were together in the same place. For some reason that was reasonable, a great opportunity arose, whatever that might look like. Maybe someone became ill, you had to go move to another state to take care of mom, take care of dad, whatever that might look like. A reasonable reason, somebody decided that they were going to move. We are already together in a committed relationship. We are already in love in a committed relationship. I can understand that, and I can work with you. Right? We're going to figure out how frequently we can visit. We're going to figure out when one is going to be returning. We can work all that out. That's a committed relationship that becomes long distance. I do not believe in starting long distance relationships because it already is going to foster a culture, an environment, and an air of mistrust and separation. And for reasons like this, should it take longer for commitment in a long distance dating situation? Yes, because if you're not spending in-person quality time together, it should take both parties longer to decide whether or not you want to commit to each other in a committed relationship. And one of the reasons why I don't like it. Ain't nobody got time for that. There are enough people on earth that you can date the folks who are in your city. Unless you live in Alaska, you live in Wyoming, you live in, help me out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need, okay? So if you have a question, the way that the questions are gathered is every Tuesday around this time, I post this story. I need the questions in advance, beautiful people, all right? So unfortunately, I cannot take any questions that are being dropped in the comments. I only have time for those that are dropped in advance. So all you got to do is make sure that you're paying attention to my stories. You can turn on my notifications. You can join my VIP text list by clicking the link in my bio. I normally text when I go live. You can join my email list if you are outside of the US by downloading any freebie. I'll let you know when I'm going live so that you have a few minutes left to drop your question. But unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I see questions coming in, but I don't have time to take them, okay? What makes a woman ghost a man after meeting him? Is ghosting okay? What makes a woman ghost a man after meeting him? Is ghosting okay? So number one, ghosting is not okay. Unless this person has violated you, disrespected you, it's outrageous, and so they're not deserving of the common courtesy of sending a simple text message to say, hey James, I enjoyed our time together. Even if you didn't, be nice. I enjoyed our time together. However, I don't think that we're looking for the same things, and I wish you the best moving forward. They were rude, they were nasty, like they don't deserve a 2-second text message that you can send while you're scrolling in bed in the morning, while you're on the toilet, when you're at a red light. Then fine. Other than that, ghosting is not appropriate, it's not acceptable, it's not fair, it's not right, and you wouldn't want it done to you. Again, unless it's a violation of some sort. So let me answer that question. What makes a woman ghost a man after meeting him would be probably the same reason why a man might ghost a woman after meeting them. The person has decided that they are an inappropriate match. What that person is looking for and what this man or woman has to offer is just not an appropriate match. They don't want the same things. As a result, this person decides that they are going to keep it moving. Now, again, I already said ghosting is not nice. You shouldn't do it unless this person was rude, terrible, nasty, just a human being who's not deserving of common courtesy and a minute-long text message. You can literally copy and put in your notes. You're actively dating. You're probably going to dismiss a couple of people, right? Put in your notes. Hey, blank. It was nice getting to know you. I had fun, whatever that might look like for you. However, I don't think we're looking for the same things. I wish you the best. Press send, and you could block them right after if you're concerned that they're going to cuss you out. But don't ghost folks unless they did something that's worthy of you not even needing to send a minute-long text. You wouldn't want it done to you, okay? What makes a woman ghost a man after meeting him? There's something that he said or he did that turned her off, that made her realize that she didn't like him anymore. Same thing for guys, that he didn't like her anymore. Or they might have liked you but realized that you don't want the same things as them. As a result, they decided to keep it moving, okay? Thoughts regarding alcohol on the first date. Dinner, festival, game, and he offers. Turn it down. Thoughts regarding alcohol on the first date. Dinner, festival, a game, and he offers it. Turn it down. So, first of all, I have to tell you guys that I am super corny and I am not a drinker. If I have 3 drinks in a year, I would be surprised, okay? So I probably am coming in as someone who already is biased, right? I'm not a fan of alcohol. I don't think it tastes good. I think it's a waste of money, and I don't like the way that many times it makes people behave or react, right? Lowers inhibitions, blah, blah, blah. So I am a believer of, especially first dates, you want to go in dry. If you are a proponent of drinking, please know your limit as a grown-ass person. So if you know that after 3 drinks of blank, then you tend to turn up, or you tend to be more affectionate, or you tend to be angry. If you know 3 drinks is where you start, don't do more than 2, okay? So make sure you are below your limit. Make sure that you eat what you're supposed to eat. You don't want this person to have an inaccurate depiction of who you are, or belief about who you are, right? As a result, going on that first date, go dry. Don't drink a thing. Get you a fruit punch, get you some water, do whatever. If you're a must, like you just love you a good drink, right? You're not trying to just max out the check just because. 1 drink, 2 drinks, know your max, and do 1 less drink than that. Okay? You do not want to come across as someone that you are not. You don't want to misrepresent who you are. You don't want to exhibit behaviors that are not representative of who you are. And in that way, that person likes you or doesn't like you, but that's not who you are in normal circumstances. Okay? Say no, be dry, or do very little. Okay? Make sure you eat and all that kind of good stuff. What to do? Been told I'm beautiful, but when out, I'm never approached. What to do? Been told I'm beautiful, but when I'm out, I'm never approached. So I want to talk about a couple of different things that this could be. Number 1, where are you going? Right? Because a lot of times ladies will talk about not being approached, but are you in places and spaces where there are straight single men who can approach you? I was in the Future Wives Club. The Future Wives Club is my private Facebook community that I have for women to help them to get through dating, right? So I'm in the Future Wives Club, and I always ask every Monday, what did you do this weekend? That's a part of my accountability post, right? So tell me, what did you do this weekend? Somebody say, yeah, I finally went out. I'm so excited about it, Alison. I went to, what's the lady's name? She kicked Babyface off of her tour. Not Patti LaBelle, but a Patti LaBelle adjacent concert, right? I said, sis, what straight single men are at this concert? You tell me, right? I need you to think about places. Anita Baker, thank you, Tina. I need you to think about places and spaces that single straight men would be in attendance, right? So when I work with my clients in the coaching program, I give them specific events to attend as well as teach them how to find them. In the Future Wives Club, I'll drop, hey, Future Wives in New York City, here's some events here. Hey, Future Wives in Atlanta. So I give them a little something. They can't get with the girls who pay their money, they can't get it, right? But I give them a little something. But I need you to go to Eventbrite and look up events where you think that single heterosexual men would be. They're not going to be at the Anita Baker concert. Or they're going to be, Uncle Charlie, 77 years old. Good luck, Chuck, right? So I need you to think about that as number one. Number two, I want you to think about potentially a resting bee face. For those who are not familiar with a resting bee face, it is a face that some women have in order to protect themselves from being approached and harassed by people, usually men, on the street. New York women are notorious for having a resting bee face because we ain't got time to engage in foolishness, right? We're the city that never sleeps, so I don't have time. And this is gonna sound extremely arrogant, but it is the truth, y'all. And I'm not trying to be extra. But if back in my day when I used to take public trans and dollar vans, all that kind of stuff, if I stopped for every man who tried to talk to me, I would never get to my destination. So I have to put up this nasty looking face of you better not come up to me because I ain't gonna talk to you and I don't have time for you and blah, 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 because I need to get to school. I gotta go. So I cannot stop for you. I cannot stop for anybody. I gotta get to work. I cannot stop for you. I cannot stop for anybody. So we have to be mindful. What are your nonverbals? What is your nonverbal communication? What is your body language? Even though you might be pretty, are you giving off an energy of do not approach me because if you do, I'm going to reject you? And guess what? Men are human beings. I know we forget that sometimes because they behave like they're robotic. I don't have no emotions. No one can hurt my feelings. All I care about is sex. So they do it to themselves, but they are human beings. And so even though they can generally deal with rejection better than women because they have the practice, doesn't mean they're going to sign up for it. If they read your face, right? Are you on the phone? Do you seem extremely busy? Do you seem extremely preoccupied? Because a man with some decency who can read the room and who's socially aware is not going to necessarily approach you if you are clearly very busy, beelining it to the train, got to go through the supermarket, just going ahead and you're forging forward without stopping and taking a breath or what do you call it? Smelling the flowers or whatever you call it, right? So please be mindful of your non-verbals and please be mindful of where you're going so that you can be sure that it's not an environmental issue as to why you're not being approached. Okay, so I hope that helped. Dating someone going through a divorce. That's not enough information for me. I need to know what your question is. So if you are here on this live and you wrote in dating someone going through a divorce, can you please let me know what about it? What specifically is your question? Should you be patient? Should you not? Like, what are you asking me? Okay. Do you have any advice to work around super dry initial convos on apps? I'm tired of one-word answers. Do you have any advice to work around super dry initial convos on apps? I'm tired of one-word answers. Yes, I have a suggestion a lot of people are not going to like. However, it will solve this particular problem. So y'all gonna rock with me or what? I say yes. What you're going to do, number one, you're going to try to engage in a regular conversation through the app. So that's going to look like you are going to go through the gentleman's photos. You're going to go through the gentleman's profile. You're going to extrapolate something from the profile that you can use to dredge up a conversation. For instance, if I were on a dating app, I would definitely have a photo of me on a cheerleading mat at a cheerleading competition, hugging my cheer athletes because they just had the best performance of this season, right? What can you get from that? Alison is a cheerleading coach. Alison works with usually girls, right? Like, that's what I do. So, hey, Alison, hope all is well. I just saw your photo with you working with your cheerleaders. Are you a cheerleading coach? Oh, yes, I am. That's so cool. I work at the Boys and Girls Club, right? So I'm going to take something from the profile that I can engage in conversation. They just went on a trip and they went, I don't know, zip lining through Costa Rica. OMG, I saw your picture of you zip lining. You normally do exciting things like that. Oh, I wish I could. I'm so afraid that, right? So you're going to extract something from the profile, right? Once you've done that and you have something of value, that's not, hey, how are you? Good morning, queen, whatever. Something of value. Oh, you volunteered with cheerleading. Oh, you went zip lining in Jamaica. Something of value, right? They're going to answer you and they're not going to give you a one-word answer. And if they do, then they're socially awkward, not looking to have a conversation, not interested in you. Keep it moving. You gave them something of value, right? Once you've done this, They're going to say, oh, yes, I volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm the soccer coach. I love working with the youth, right? They're going to give you something. You're going to take that something, and then what you're going to do is you're going to say, oh, I would love to hear more about the work that you do with blank. I would love to hear more about your boys' trip to Costa Rica or your travels or your whatever. I see that you are a police officer. I would love to hear more about the work that you do in Vice, in SVU. I mean, forget if you work in SVU. I'm going to talk all day, right? I'd love to hear more about blank. Now, this is the part that you're not going to like, but this is the part that's going to save you from what she just said. Her question was, do you have any advice to work around super dry initial convos on apps? I'm tired of one-word answers. As soon as you get something of value, you're going to say, I'd love to hear more about blank. Here is my number. I'm normally free after blank. I'd love to hear more about the work that you do with children. I'd love to hear more about you getting into the culinary arts. I'd love to hear more. There's him, I don't know, a picture of his house that's like he's still actively building, right? I'd love to hear more about you purchasing your home and what that process was like for you. Here is my number. I'm normally free after blank. Now, y'all ain't gonna like that. I don't want to give out my number. So here's some workarounds. One workaround. Find an app that gives you a free phone number that doesn't say this is a free phone number, like a Google Voice. Don't do that because you're already presenting as though you don't trust this person. So get you an app, pay the $5 a month, stop being cheap, right? Since your number you're so concerned about, and give it out. What is the worst case scenario? That they don't call you? Good. That's just as bad as the poor conversations you're having on the app anyway. Now you know where you stand. You keep it moving. Best case scenario, they do call you and then you're having an active conversation. Give out your number. You will not die. And this whole, oh no, I need to rest in my femininity. And so if I give out my number, then that's not me being feminine. And so that's going to establish a dynamic. Let me tell you something. A leader is a leader is a leader. They were born a leader. They're going to die a leader. Okay. If someone is a leader, they were a leader in first grade when they helped the teacher put the crayons away. They were a leader in sixth grade when the teacher told the class to stop talking, that the class kept talking and they said, yo, shut up, I'm trying to learn. And everybody shut up. They were a leader when they were on the football team and they made captain in their sophomore year. They are a leader as they push through in their career and they advance. Because you gave your number, it will not cut a man's penis off and cut off his balls, and then now magically he is a feminine woman. You have become a masculine, he's a feminine man. You have become a masculine woman, and now your relationship is going to function like this for the rest of your life because you sent a text message with your number 347-569-7889. Call me after 7. Trust me, a leader is a leader is a leader. They've been a leader. You giving up your number, you will not die, nor are you going to establish a pattern where you will be okay. All right? Now, you might not like the answer. I see y'all real quiet in the comments. Y'all quiet in the comments because you like me, so you don't want to visibly fight with me, but you don't like it, and that's okay. That's the answer. That's how you're going to get the result that you want, okay? How do you let others know down gently? How do you let the others down gently? All right, let me try to read this and then figure it out thereafter. How do you let the others down gently? What if I need to circle back if this one doesn't work out? Okay, it would have been nice kind of if you kind of rearrange the question a little bit, but I'm gonna rock with you, y'all. All right, so you are dating multiple people as you should. You're not in a committed relationship with any of them. You're not cheating. You are dating multiple people. It does not mean you're sleeping with them, okay? So she's dating multiple people and she's decided that she wants one out of them and she wants to know how to let down the others. And what if I need to circle back? So this is the thing. We're not circling back, or we're not setting up situations where we could because we're afraid that the choice that we're making may not work out. That's not nice. That's not right. People do it. You're going to tell me every day, Alison, people do it. I don't care. You are not going to create scenarios specifically so you can circle back around in case you did not vet appropriately. What you need to do is learn how to vet appropriately. I teach that in my 6-month program, The Partner You Deserve, right? The building the muscle of the discernment. So you need to vet appropriately, right? Once you've made your decision, you can kindly let the other people down because you don't want to hurt their feelings, but not because you want to be able to get access to them. That's not nice. right? Because now they're your backup, because you don't want to be nobody's backup. The new term is being a placeholder. Women are always talking about, I'm not going to be nobody's placeholder, so don't make them a placeholder, right? You will let them down kindly because you're a nice person and you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So how are you going to let these people down nicely? What you're going to do is the same line I said earlier on the live. If you are just joining the live, my name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I have a bachelor's degree in education, a master's degree in counseling, a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. I have over 150 testimonials of happily committed and married women. And as of, 72 hours, whatever the next one is from 72 hours, I had 4 testimonials come in, 2 of which have been engagements. Hey, boo, hey, this is what I do, okay? So to answer your question, you're going to let people down nicely because it's the right thing to do, because they're good people and you don't want to hurt their feelings, not because it's for your own personal benefit of, I want to be able to circle back and snatch them up. That's why I'm being nice to them. If that's your case, then you're not being nice, okay? Maybe you mean like that, but I'm just going to put it out there. Good. What are you going to say? Hey, James, I had a really good time. However, I'm not sure if we're looking for the same things. And so I don't want you to feel as though I'm wasting your time. I wish you the best moving forward. That might put you in a position where you can't circle back. Oh, well, you had multiple choices. You learned how to vet appropriately. You made your choice. You made your bed. You're going to lie in it. Okay, so we're not using people as placeholders. Now, let me tell y'all something. Commercial break. I took my AC off because I didn't want it to make noise, but I am sweating like a pig because I wanted to give you guys a good sound experience, and now I regret it. I love y'all though. Thank you for the commercial break. Next time I'm putting the AC on, and if it's noisy, it's noisy, and it is what it is. I love y'all though. I got my hair's natural. Like I can't do this. I can't do this. All right. We have one more question, or not? Did we finish? We sure did. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to drop a question or two. I normally do not do this. However, I do have a little bit of time, so you can go ahead and drop a question, and I am sweating like a pig, so this is definitely going to be super fast. Y'all better write fast. If you have a quick question that you would go ahead and drop, I normally don't accept them, but I have a little bit of time on my hands. I will take your question, and then I got to go because I turned the AC off for y'all, and I am dying as a result. Absolutely, positively dying. And thank you for everyone who is joining the live. This live is going to be up for 72 hours, and after that, all of my lives go in the vault. That's in the Future Wives Club. Future Wives Club is my private Facebook community for women who desire a healthy and happy marriage. So I do twice per week check-ins, accountability check-ins. We have our private Q&A on Thursdays. We have monthly check-ins, a whole bunch of good stuff. I lent a guy I was dating $2,000. He has yet to pay me. No longer dating him. Do I take that as an L? Absolutely. That is an L. You ain't getting that money back. It's over. Just keep it moving and learn and use it as an experience to say, first of all, do not lend money out to people that you are not willing to absolutely let go, which you may be, right? Like if you needed it, don't lend it out. If you need it, don't lend it out because you may never get it back. And if you anticipate getting it back, I'm just telling you now, just plan not to and plan to lose that relationship if you lend out money. That's my stance on money, okay? Last question. How can I let my partner know I'm ready for us to move in together without asking him to move in? So why can't you, he's your partner, he's your committed mate. Why can't you just say, hey, babe, I really enjoyed the time that we spent together. I want us to spend more time together. What are your thoughts on moving in? You can share how you're feeling and not be masculine. I know that we're all afraid because social media has now trained ladies that we are so afraid to be forward because every time that we speak our mind, we're masculine, we're tough, nobody wants us, we want a feminine woman, we want to easily just, whatever language that they're using, this ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. Hey, Kimmy, I see your question in the queue, girl. You gonna give me a minute, I'm almost done. And this is it because I'm sweating like a pig. Yeah, so ask, babe, he's your man. Babe, I really enjoyed the time we spent together. I want to spend more time with you. I want us to build. What are your thoughts about us moving in together? If it's not an emphatic yes, the answer is a no. And that's for everything in life. If it's not an emphatic yes, babe, I'm so glad that you brought this up. I've been thinking about it too. or whatever that looks like, the answer is no. Now, whether or not you should stay with him as a result of getting a potential no, that's your choice. If there's a good reason, I would not leave. If it's not a good reason, and depending on how long you've been together, then that's a different story. Okay? I'm taking this last question. I see the question, but Kimmy, is it yours? Because I don't see your question in the question queue, and you're the one who alerted me that there was a question in there, so it got to be yours, right? Because y'all can't see what's in my question queue. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the one that's here because I'm dying. Okay. How do you handle a man that expects you to date one man at a time? You do not. So if this gentleman is not interested in committing to you, and or you're not interested in committing to him just yet, and he says, well, in order to date me, you have to date me exclusively without a title, he can kiss my ass. Because why would I be giving exclusivity to someone who's not willing to give exclusivity back to me? It's unreasonable. Why would I make someone my boyfriend that I do not know? It's unreasonable. What I would do is reassure him and let him know that I'm not sexually active. However, I would like to get to know more than one person at a time to see who's the best fit for me. I would encourage him to do the same. If he's uncomfortable with that arrangement, he's not an appropriate match for you and he could keep it moving. This exclusivity without exclusivity doesn't make any sense. Absolutely not. Too bad, so sad. And if he's not a good match, he's not a good match, and that's okay. I don't believe that there's only one person out there for you. I don't believe that there's only one soulmate. Okay, so it is what it is. All right, beautiful people. On that note, I want to thank all of you guys for joining the live. It'll be available for the next 72 hours. After that, it goes into the vault. It is a part of the Future Wives Club, my private Facebook community. 150 hours of Q&As. I have 10 trainings, 2 ebooks, accountability check-ins, private Q&A, Wifey Wednesday affirmations, monthly meetings. Our next monthly meeting is this Saturday. So join us, all right? It's $62 a month, less than what you pay for coffee every day. You don't like it, you leave. You're not stuck. You don't have to do anything about that. All right? All right, beautiful people. It's been a pleasure. I am going to smile for a really long time now because I need this for my thumbnail. Let me do this first since I turned the AC off for y'all. And now I'm sweating like a pig. Y'all forgive me. Good, good, good. Remember doing that again. I'm going to smile for a really long time. Fix my lashes so I can use this as my thumbnail. Bye. I hope that worked. All right, y'all. Bye.